Hello everyone and welcome to another video by Infintor Solutions. Today I'll be walking you through some useful tips for customer and vendor inputs in Odoo 19. The first thing we are going to discuss is the customer rank and vendor rank. So let's open the demo Excel that I've created. By default, Odoo considers all imported records as partners and not as separate customer or suppliers. But sometimes you might have a list with separate customer list and separate supplier list, like it is right here. So we can import them both together by setting up a customer rank and a supplier rank. So let's create two new columns, customer rank and supplier underscore. Okay. Now, for all of the customers, set the rank as 1 and the supplier rank as 0. For all of the suppliers, set the customer rank as 0 and the supplier rank as 1. So let me just copy paste all of the suppliers from here. And I'm going to paste it here. So here, the customer rank will be 0 and it will be 1. If you import it like this, you can see all of the customers separately and all of the vendors separately. Now let's click on Save. Now let's move on to the company versus individual contact import. So as you can see here, some of the contacts are company type and the others are person type. So these are the people who belong to this company. That is why in the related company field, we have set this particular company name. So in cases like these, where individual contacts belong to a company, the related company mapping will only come if the company already exists in the system. So to create a connection between the two, we first import the company separately and then the person separately. So here we can separate them with regard to their company type. So let's just sort and filter this. You can click here and just select company type. So these are all of the company contacts that we have. Let's just copy paste this and create a new sheet. You can just remove this filter and these will be the person types. So let's just copy paste this as well. Create a new sheet. So these are all of our person details. Now let me just rename this as well. So we will be importing these separately. Another common issue in Odoo is regarding the duplicate company names. For example, you can see here there is a company named Iceberg and this one is in India. If suppose I'm going to create another company, Iceberg itself, but this time I'm going to set it in a different country. Maybe, for example, France. Set it as a supplier. Okay. Now in the person list, you can see that there are two people associated with this company. Now when I try to import the person list, Odoo may not know which company to map them, whether the iceberg in India or the iceberg in France. So this will create a issue while importing. So one solution to deal with this is to import the companies first, export them to get the external ID, and then use that external ID here while importing the contacts for accurate mapping. Another simpler approach is to slightly change the company name over here. That is, you can either set it as Iceberg France like this. But in this video, I'll be showing you how to do it using the external IDs of the company. Now let's try importing our contact details into our Odoo system. So here, let's click on contact and import records. Upload your data file. I'm going to import the company list. Now you can see that all of the fields have been mapped automatically. Now let's click on test. Now since everything seems valid, let's click on import. 6 records have been successfully imported. Now let's move forward with importing our person list. Now since there are 2 companies named Iceberg, we are going to export them to get their external ID. So let's click on I want to update the data and export. Now we have the external ID of the company in France. So let's copy paste this. And suppose out of the 2% here, this person belongs to the France company. Let's copy paste the external ID for the one in India and copy paste here. Let's click on import, upload our file. And let's select the appropriate sheet. Here you can see that the reference has been mapped to related company / external ID. Keep in mind that you don't need to provide both of these, so you can remove the related company name. Just the external ID is enough. And now we can click on test. If everything is valid, then let's click on import. You can see that 8 records have been successfully imported. And here in the Iceberg company, you can see that the appropriate contact has been mapped to the company. So that's how this is done. So like I said, Odoo always imports contacts as partners. It only assigns the vendor or the customer tag once an invoice or a vendor bill has been created. But since we applied the customer and the supplier rank, we can check that these partners have been separately imported as customers. You can see all of the customers in our customer list and the vendors, they have come separately. So these were a few common import issues that everyone faces, and this is how you fix them in Odoo. Hope this video was helpful for everyone, and thank you for watching.